Hey guys, it's Michelle. I wanted to do a quick video on something that I was just going to do just for me, but I thought, well, I'll go ahead and video it. Maybe it'll help someone. So I've been having a crazy amount of mood swings and just being kind of emotionally off kilter. And I keep kind of going back and forth between being angry and frustrated and being super, super anxious. So, a couple of people have suggested that it may be a hormonal issue, and that maybe I need to, kind of look into that, which I am doing. But I also wanted to look at possible oils, essential oils that could help support me kind of through this, and so that if it is some sort of hormonal imbalance, then I may be able to kind of help myself get back to center. But then also, since it is an emotional thing that's going on, I wanted to look at which oils I could possibly use that might also to help support me emotionally. So I was talking to a friend yesterday, and on Monday I actually took a Facebook class that was on oils and emotions, and they mentioned several different oils that can be used that I had never thought of using them for that before. So I started kind of thinking about that, and then I sent a note to a friend of mine and said, these are the oils that I have, particularly like for hormonal balance and support, things like that. What would you recommend? And one of the things that I was thinking was it would probably be super helpful if I could do some sort of a like an iToV scan or something, which is a great way to kind of see how you're off kilter or out of balance and what oils would best support you to get you back to center, basically, or above the wellness line. But I don't have access to one of those. So I thought, you know what? I am just going to use my intuition, because I've done that before, and a lot of times, the oils will tell me, what I need, and my body will just naturally gravitate towards specific oils. So I'm going to basically do that. I kind of pulled out everything that I thought could possibly be helpful. And then I'm just going to spend a few minutes in meditation and, kind of let my body and my intuition be my guide and see what it comes up with. So let me show you the oils that I chose. So these are all, the oils that I would consider helpful for hormone balancing and making sure that everything is and getting that hormone support. So I've got Lady Sclerol, which I saw someone on Instagram talked about. She uses this every single day and finds it very helpful. So I ordered this. I actually have not even opened the bottle yet. I have Dragon Thyme, which is really helpful kind of at that time of the month. And I've used this a little bit, but not a ton. Sclerescence, which is another one, I think kind of like Lady Sclerol, which I have used a little bit, but not much. Endoflex, which is really good for your endocrine system, thyroid support, etc. And I try to use this one every day, but I've been kind of slacking off, so I'm trying to get back into being consistent with using it every day. And then Mister, which obviously is kind of intended for men and supporting, helping to support their hormones, But obviously, as women, we also have testosterone and all that good stuff. So, Mr. can also be very helpful for women as well. So I kind of pulled all of these together. The one piece that I'm kind of missing that a lot of folks might be recommending is Progescence Plus. I don't have that one. So I'm going to see what I can do with what I have. And maybe look at getting some Progescence Plus in the future. And then over here, I kind of pulled everything that I sort of figured, think about as emotional oils. And for the most part, the emotional oils do tend to be kind of in these purple labels. I don't know what the difference is between dark purple, light purple. I don't know. This sort of pink. Anyway. So I pulled Clary Sage, which actually was something that Lindsay Elmore, the pharmacist, recommended in an intuition workshop that I took. She talked a lot about Clary Sage. Kind of along those same lines, I have Clarity, Stress Away, and I have been using Stress Away some, but just on its own, it's just not... Like, it helps kind of in the immediate, but it's, on its own, and Stress Away is usually my go-to. But it's just, I think I got too much going on at the moment. Transformation, which is one of the ones that I love. Valor, which is always good. Gathering. So Gathering is one of the... it's like a biblical oils blend, and so it's actually made up of several of the biblical oils, like frankincense and myrrh, and I don't know what else. Let me see if this will tell me what else is in here. No, I'll have to look it up. But Gathering is one of the ones that was recommended in that class that I took on Monday to use for anger. And I thought, wow, I would have never gone to one of, what I consider the biblical oils for that. Certainly for spiritual help, but I just would have never thought to use it for emotional support. But hey, I'm willing to give it a try. And, now that I think about it, it makes sense. But so I pulled Gathering. White Angelica, which is another one of my favorites. I use this a lot to kind of help buffer against negativity and negative emotions. And, since I'm an empath, this is also a good kind of protective shield, I'll say, from other people's stuff. So this helps to kind of quiet my mind. Clarity actually does the same thing. I use Clarity on my third eye, and that also helps to kind of cut down on the noise, the emotional noise that I'm getting, from other people. I got enough of my own. So, Sarah, which is an oil that I bought to make a unicorn roller, which is supposed to be really good for emotional support. I did actually make the unicorn roller, but I'm not finding it super helpful right now. So I thought maybe Sarah on its own. Release. This is another one that I love. I've had a lot of success using Release to kind of get through emotional blocks, things like that. I use this, I actually put it on my solar plexus, on my third chakra, which I find very helpful. So we'll see if Release helps. I've tried it by itself, but maybe combined with something else. Vetiver, this is also a new one that I just got. I haven't tried it before. Sacred Mountain. This is also a new one that I have not tried yet. I was pulling everything I could think of. Frankincense, of course. And then Gratitude. So sometimes you can get yourself out of negativity and frustration by pushing into gratitude. So I thought maybe that'll help. So these are my choices. I'm going to spend a few minutes, like I said, in meditation, and then see kind of where my intuition leads me. And then I will come back and tell you what I came up with. Okay, I'm back, and I spent a few minutes in meditation, and then I just kind of, closed my eyes and, picked some oils. And so it's interesting, but here's what showed up. Stress away. And Lady Scleral. And Lady Scleral is the one that has been kind of at the back of my mind. Like I said, I didn't even have this open. I ordered it a few months ago. And it's been sitting in the box because I was going to do an unboxing video, which I just haven't gotten around to. And I kept coming back to this thinking I should just get it out, do that video, and then use it. And so yeah, I think that like when this showed up, I was like, well, of course. So I'm going to look into how best to use this. I do find it very interesting that I was led to kind of a hormonal support oil and then an emotional support oil. So maybe in conjunction, the two will be helpful. So I am going to give those a shot, and I'll check back and let you know how it's going. And maybe I also need to do some unboxing videos to get some of these other oils out of my box and into my stash where I can see them and use them. They're much more effective if you use them. All right, thanks for watching.